All right, so for number 12 and 5.5, where we start with y double prime plus 2y prime plus y equals 8x squared cosine x minus 4x sine x. Whoop. Okay, and we have an auxiliary, or what do you call this thing? This thing with the r's?
Auxiliary, I think.
Auxiliary is the right word for that?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, I looked at the homogeneous thing and I made my substitution of e to the rx, right? So I got this thing. And then we factored that, we noticed we have r is minus 1 and minus 1. Which tells me that my homogeneous solution, right, looks like c1 to the minus x plus
c2x.
c2x to the minus x.
Yep.
Okay, and then I wonder, are either of those a cosine or a sine?
Nope.
No. Cool, that's good. So that means that my particular form guess should be looking here and looking here. This is degree, what was 8x squared as a polynomial? That's degree 2. And over here, this one is degree 1. And so I take the biggest of those, which is degree 2, and then I have to put that into my guess times the cosine. And then I have some coefficient here times this sine. Right? And now this is the point at which you, like, get it together. You got to be on point for this, right? So in here, I need a
X squared. X plus A1.
Yeah, I mean,
A2 X squared.
I'd probably do a2x squared plus a1x plus a0. Right, you need an arbitrary second degree polynomial for a coefficient. And then in this one, yeah, you need one with b's, and you also need a second degree because they switch back and forth. So you got b2x squared plus a1x plus, oh, not a1. Oh god, b1 plus b0. Okay, and then you have to be slow and on point.
It's just a good thing our x's are just singular inside the cosines and sines.
Yeah. Because otherwise I'd have lots of chain ruling to do, right? So yp prime and yp double prime would be your next calculations, right? For which you'll need a bunch of product rules. And a whole bunch of paper.
It's a collective bunch of terms.
And then you collect a bunch of terms, and then you equate a bunch of terms, and you're going to get
something equals 8x squared.
So how many unknowns do I have right here? 6. And so how many equations do I hope to get? 6. Right? So there's going to be 6 terms that you're going to equate. And most of them are going to be 0. Right? Not most of the coefficients necessarily, but most of the equations are going to be equal to 0. Because here, only the x squared cosines survive, and only the x sine x's survive. Right? You guys want to go through this whole thing? Cool. I'm not going to. I trust that you all can be slow and careful, and if you need to, get a friend to hold hands with when it gets scared. Okay?